Okay, time to play with a another TV. This is a Panasonic 48cx400b. Yes, I've done videos on these before. Yes, I did say that I'd never repair one again, but the gentleman in question who's brought this TV in understands and just would like to get it working for a few more months, maybe 6 months, until we can or till he can afford to get it replaced. I'm covering up a sticker on here on purpose. There's a sticker of the previous repair company, and I'm just covering that up because, as I'm pointing out here, sorry, once again I'd forgotten to switch the microphone on, so I'm just doing a little voiceover here. But I'm just pointing out the screws that are missing. The screws in the back that are missing, and I do this not to have a pop at other TV companies. I've lost the occasional screw here and there, but the fact that there's a dozen missing from this is just amazing. Well, there's more than 12, because when I take the back off it, as you'll see in this video, there's more missing inside. I can understand the odd one going missing. You ruin a thread for a screw, or you lose a screw. It does happen, especially if the TV's waiting on a bench for parts to come in, which can take days and days and sometimes weeks. The odd screw just magically disappears. But the fact that there's a dozen missing from this, I thought was a little bit incredible. But these things happen, and I just didn't want to point a finger at another TV company that I'd never heard of and from miles away. But anyway, I can't believe I'm having a go at repairing this. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can fix and what we can break. In saying all that, have you noticed my fatal error? Fatal. Terrible word to use. My error is that I've trusted I do trust the customer, but I haven't double-checked the fault. And I've done that before and been bitten. The customer says, oh yeah, no picture, it's been told it's backlights. So I automatically go in thinking it's backlights and realise it was just a fuse or something. But anyway, let's test it, because I haven't tested it. Ha! Sorry, I'm laughing because I don't know what you can see. What can you see? You can't see much. I got a picture then. Let me just press the menu button. Now, on these, normally the picture stays on for a few minutes and then goes off, but he said it doesn't even do that anymore. He said it doesn't even come on. But as I've just witnessed, there you go. It is coming on. But obviously only for so long. Do I now plug this in and wait? Yeah, I suppose I do, really. Oh, well, that didn't take long. I'm just going to do that again. I'm going to switch it to standby. I don't know what you can see. We'll just have a wee light. I'm going to stick it to standby. Now I'm going to turn it on. We do get a brief picture. I'm going to see if I can switch it to HDMI 3 in the time we have a brief picture. Well, let's plug it into HDMI 1, since that's what it's on. The backlights are literally staying on for seconds, aren't they? Right, we should get a feed this time, but it really does seem to be staying on for a short time, which is very good, because it means when I do get into it and have a look at the backlights, I should instantly see where the bad ones are, or bad one is. But let's just see if we get the picture up again. It should come up briefly. There it is. How long is it going to stay up for? Probably less than 10 seconds. Okay, probably more than 10 seconds. I'm just going to have to wait, aren't I? Let's wait. Can you see the flashing one here? Have a look just there. And one has started to flash, which they do on this. Can you see it's bright now, gone off? It may come back on. And again, it's in the area of the transformer on the power supply on the other side, which generates so much heat, and it's off. Okay, well that lasted about 5 minutes in total. So it may be just that one that needs replacing. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Let's get in there. I just want to add to the video at this stage before I take it apart that there are also several screws missing. There's screws here, which is why the back support is loose. The tab support, screws missing there. I think it's only 2 or 3 screws that are missing so far. I haven't delved into it, but I'm just making a video noting that just in case we have a problem later down the line. Sure, we won't. Right, so screen out. Very pleased and very surprised. If this has been repaired before, he did say a board. I think he said last time a board had been replaced. So, or board and backlights. But it has all of the screen supports here, because they are a nightmare. So we're going to plug this in and switch it on. Just bear in mind, I've turned the TV the other way around now. So do you remember, we thought we could see, oh, there's an X mark there. So that looks like the one that's been replaced before. Whether it was just that bulb or the whole strip, it looks like just the bulb. I'm going to go looking around now for any of the X's, but I can't see them. Anyway, yes, I've turned the TV the other way around, so the T-con is this end. So yes, we saw a flickering light, which was that side, which would now mean that flickering light is probably going to be here. I think it's going to be one of the usual suspects, one of those 4. But let's switch it on and see what happens. Ooh, that went off quick, didn't it? That's what it was doing first time around. I'll just switch that on and off again. I'll put a bit of light on this time. But it looks like we just have one gone. Wow. Okay. There was another one gone there, which it looks like it's been replaced. I really could do with seeing which one had gone. I thought it was that one. So just let me put a little screw marker there. I'm hoping the TV will come on for at least 5 seconds. Doesn't seem to be now. Okay, gonna have to get the LED tester out. And this is where I make a humongous mistake because I forget to unplug the LED backlights from the power board here, and inserting voltage means it goes back down the line. If you watch this little flash here, I don't realise it at this time. That has just sent some voltage back down to the LED driver, and that's going to cause me a nightmare in the next few hours. Yeah, now I unplug it. I can see 2 gone there. And one flickering up there. Right. Right. Seamless join, even though it's now a different day. I was working late last night on this, and I'm sure I've mentioned in previous videos when I've done these TVs that they're no fun to work on. The clips here. Let me switch some lights on. I've ranted about this in previous videos. The clips break. So I didn't want to replace whole strips. I'd actually bought some exact LEDs just to replace the 3 ones that had burnt out. And the gentleman I bought them from said they are exactly the same, because you have to be very careful with this model, because the backlight almost, the top of the backlight here, if I can just show you, almost touches the screen. So it's a certain warm white, I think it's only 1 watt backlight. But some of the ones that they're selling are 2 watts and 3 watts. And I said, are these the originals? And he said, yes. Anyway, so I put them in. And I wish I'd have filmed it, but I was so tired last night. And I started to use bad language, so it's just as well that I didn't film it. The backlights, the LEDs were orange. I was soldering in orange backlights, and I thought, well, maybe they turn white eventually. But they didn't. Not only didn't they turn white eventually, but they stopped working after a minute. All 3 of them burnt out. It was the biggest load of tosh and rubbish backlights, and if he's expecting good feedback, he ain't going to be getting it. Because I really did ask the correct questions before I purchased these. So, as if that wasn't bad enough, I then went to the trouble of soldering in individual ones, which takes ages because you have to take these clips out very gently. It would have been 5 times as quick just to replace the whole lot, but you can't. You can't get these. Anyway, so I did that, and I thought, tested them with my LED tester. They all light up. Look what happens when I plug it in. I'll just switch the lights off so you get to see everything. So the TV is just in standby, but it's turning on now. So just look at what the backlights do now. All of them are working, by the way. There you go. And standby. It's the freakiest light show. And then they'll settle down a bit after a second. Are you ready? And you think, oh, okay, maybe it's just taking a second for the voltage to adjust. All right, that'll be fine now then. And then it goes into full disco mode. It's like some freaky light show from a 1970s Top of the Pops. And it's not the backlights. I've tested the backlights. The voltage and the current is how it should be. The only thing... Let me switch this off. That was really hurting my eyes last night, trying to figure out what the problem was, because I had to let that continue flash as I worked on it. And that was really causing me problems last night. So it drove me crazy. The only thing I can think of that's causing that is the LED driver, the IC, on the back of the power board. I think that's shorted. Maybe because I used an LED tester with it plugged in. It's always a gamble if you forget to do that. I thought I'd unplugged it. And I don't remember leaving it in, but I can't think of any other reason now why the LED driver is throwing a wobbly. So, luckily for the customer, I'm not replacing the LED driver. Second hand, these boards are £80 on eBay. Second hand, 80 quid. But as I say, luckily for the customer, I've got a stash of spares for these, which is slowly disappearing, but I thought I'll put this board in and we'll see. So I might as well do it now. I was going to wait a second because I'm expecting somebody to turn up with a CD player that wants repairing, but we can make a start. Right. I have to be careful here because I've only just powered this on, so this power board will have some voltage in it still. I'm not 100% sure this is going to cure the problem. I can't think of anything else. I can only think that during testing that somehow there was a voltage fold back using the LED tester that got back to the circuit, the LED driver circuit, and has caused it to get upset. I really can't think of anything else it can be. I've gone through every single backlight individually. I've put this in upside down, haven't I? I forgot I turned it the other way around. So amazingly, after everything that went wrong last night, I mean, I spent far too long on this TV. If you're spending longer than 2 or 3 hours on a TV, it's too long. And I think I'm at 3 hours with this TV. And I haven't got anywhere yet. Still can't be 100% sure the screen's going to work when I put it back. But after all that, after all the negativity of last night, I still went to bed thinking, I'll get that sorted tomorrow. It's not a big problem. Where really I should be just throwing it over a cliff. I did say last time, if you watch the video, I've done a couple of these, and I think on both of the videos I say, no, never again. I'm not doing these again. Not until the clips become available, not until a full set of backlights become available. But the customer is happy just to have this TV working for a few more months. Is that the customer? Right, let's connect everything back up. Place your bets, folks. Place your bets. What can it be? It can only be the LED driver on the power board. It can only be that. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Right, the backlight should come on and stay on. No flickering, no flashing. Would you look at that? All of them working? Yes, all of them working. You can obviously see lines and stuff. And stuff. Whew. That's far too bright. Anyway. Right. So the next job is to put it all back together. Deep joy. Right, here we go. Here's the test. The TV is half back together again. The screen's in and connected. There's still the speakers and all the other ancillary bits to connect. I've worked on about a dozen of these TVs, not many, a dozen of this exact same model. On 2 occasions, when putting the screen back, the screen has failed. Not cracked, not smashed or anything like that, but just failed. It comes up with lines as if a tab's been damaged, and that's another reason that I've always been put off doing these. So let's just hope it's not going to be 3 out of 12, that this screen has gone out and gone back in okay. Let's switch it on. I'm hoping that it will come on automatically because I haven't got the IR sensor connected yet, so I can't switch it on with a remote control. But as the backlights came on earlier, I think it's designed to come on. So, let's see what happens. Have we got backlights yet? Oh, we got a picture. Well, we haven't got a picture, but we've got that. Well, that tells me the screen is still okay. Right, I'm not going to run it anymore because the first thing I want to do is make sure the backlights are at the absolute lowest. I'm going to run these. They're probably set at 50 out of 100, which is not a bad setting, but I'm going to set these at about 29, 30, just to make sure it keeps going. But anyway, and then I shall give it a clean. So give me a minute to put it back together, but it's going to take about half an hour. Right, TV put back together. Excuse the noise, it's pouring down with rain. Just let me shut the door. Just had the most incredible downpour. Right. So yes, TV put back together the best I can, because obviously if you saw the bit where we took it apart, which was technically last night, but anyway, it did have several screws missing. But it's back together and it's okay. Let's turn it on. I'm interested to see where the backlights are on this. Right, backlights energized. We have HDMI 1 in a picture. I'm not too sure. I've got a Blu-ray player plugged in, but with the Panasonics you can very rarely tell. Right. I'm not getting an option to change. Did I plug the sensor back in? I did plug the sensor back in. Here we go. So here's another issue. Well, the sensor must be working because the volume's going up and down. So am I being really stupid? Oh, we did say some buttons on it don't work. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to have to automatically find... Let me find HDMI 1. Oh, thunder. Thunder from down under. Right, it's one of those jobs when I need a bit of space. Right, we should have a picture now. And of course we don't. Well, that is HDMI 1 and we are in HDMI 1. You're in HDMI 1 but with the wrong one. Right, we do have a picture now. I will have to. Sorry that it's a bit skew with. I'm checking the picture. That is actually okay. I was expecting the odd shadow from the backlights, but... Right, hopefully in the menu I can check what the backlights are. They don't... Oh no, the menu button's not working. So his volume button works, but his menu button doesn't. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Okay, well all I can do then, sadly I haven't got a spare one of these remotes. I'll have to order some in, but the TV is working. I'm just going to test it for a couple of hours and make sure the backlights stay on, because these still can be temperamental, but I think we're good to go. Hopefully it'll carry on lasting for months and months and months. I'd love to be able to say years and years and years, but you can't with these. But I'm just pleased that we've managed to dismantle it, find the fault, find the two faults, backlight and power supply, and fix them both, and we have a picture again. Just in case I missed the model number off the beginning, and I don't think I did, but this is the 48cx400b, a model number that will be printed in my memory for the rest of my life. When the TV is working, it's great. I'd feel so much happier if I was able to stick a whole new set of backlights in this, because I knew, you'd put a year's warranty on it then. Will it last for 6 months? The customer says he'd like it to work for 6 months. How do I answer that? Don't know. I mean, when you take your car to the garage, they can't give you a warranty unless it's a really, really new car, but you can only warrant the fault that you've repaired, and I can't even do that on this, because obviously it's been replaced with used parts, second-hand parts, because no new ones are available. So under these circumstances, we do the best we can, and that is the best we can. Well, it's the best I can until I find some new backlights for these. But that's it. Thanks very much for watching. There'll be more on the way later.